What I love about starting a childcare business is that the qualifications are very minimum to become an owner, and you can actually obtain them in less than a year. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley Benz of Ashley Benz Consulting and Childcare Business Executive Tools, where I help you start, automate, or expand your childcare business. And I specialize in childcare business automation, and I do all those things over at ashleybenz.com. So one of the questions that I get asked all the time is, what qualifications do you need to start a daycare business? And so today, I am going to answer that, and I'm going to answer that right now. But before we do that, you guys know what we do here on this channel. And you know what? I completely forgot to grab my cup, so I'm going to do that right now. So this is your time to invest in yourself. And so let's go ahead and get ourselves comfortable. Let's go ahead and take a sip, and then we'll jump right into today's video. Okay, so the very first thing that you really want to consider and to really kind of I guess answer the question to is, what role do you actually want to fill in your childcare business? Because there are different roles, and depending on what role that you fill in your childcare business is going to depend on the qualification. Okay, so in relation to the roles, you have the owner, then you have a director, which is kind of like the sometimes they're called lead managers or a manager of the childcare business. And then you might have an assistant director. So that person is the one that actually assists the director. And then you have your teachers and assistant teachers. And then you might have a cook, or what's also known as a kitchen manager. So what you want to determine is, which one of these roles are you going to want to fill? Okay, so the role that you are going to be filling by default is the owner role. And if you are just simply going to be the owner only, you're not going to take on any other positions within your childcare business, then you do not actually have to need any qualifications. So in most states, there is no qualifications that you have to have as an owner. Okay, so there might be some things like background checks and things like that. But as far as like educational qualifications and requirements, you do not have to have any of those. Now, if you're going to be the owner, then basically what that looks like for you is you're not going to be able to manage the day-to-day. You won't be able to be put down on the paper, so to speak, as the acting director. So meaning the state typically wants to know, if we have a question, who is the one that's in charge? So you won't be able to, to put that down on paper in relation to those day-to-day operations. So what that looks like for you, if you're just simply going to be the owner, is that you literally are starting this childcare business. You are providing the space. You might be kind of setting up some of the systems, and that's it. Okay. And so most states, and it's very parallel when it comes to those regulations, is that you do not have to have any educational qualification. So now, if you are actually wanting to be the director of your childcare business, and so that would mean that you're going to take on the owner and director role, then you are going to need certification, and you're going to need some qualifications to do that. Now, for most states, you can actually go and obtain what's called a CDA, which stands for Childcare Development Associate Credential. And this actually takes less than a year to obtain. That is what I did. So I was the owner and the director, and I went and got my CDA, and it took me less than a year to do that. And so that is pretty standard, and it's very simple to do. Now, some states will also require you to not only have a CDA, but to have experience working in a childcare setting. So, if you don't have that experience, then you can maybe start doing that now. I've also seen some people to come in, and they'll kind of be working on their CDA, and then they'll kind of hire someone else out as a director, and they'll obtain that experience needed under their own childcare business. So that is kind of how that works. Now, I do want you to keep in mind that when you are the owner and director, most states are going to have a requirement, a minimum requirement of an amount of hours that you do have to be on site weekly at your childcare business. Sometimes they'll say that you'll need to be on site weekly, or sometimes they'll say weekly hours on site, and then sometimes they'll say monthly. Again, it does depend on your state because every state regulations are different, but just kind of keep that in mind. So I know I have some of you all that are working a 9 to 5 and you want to kind of start your childcare business, but you don't really want to be involved. And so there's a lot of different things with that. So just keep in mind that if you are the acting director, then there will be a minimum of requirements that you'll have to spend, hours that you'll have to spend on site. Okay. So, but other than that, that is pretty basic. So again, you guys, I mean, it's not that much to actually, the qualifications are like not that much at all. They're not very hard to get. And makes it really easy to actually enter into this industry. Now, if you are liking this video so far, then what I need for you to do is actually hit that like button. So go ahead and hit the like button. And also, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you want to continue to receive amazing videos like this on starting, automating, or expanding your childcare business. And also don't forget to hit the little bell so that you're notified of when I post up new videos. All right, back to the video. Now, your other option is if you don't want to be the director, then you're going to have to hire in someone else as the director that does have those qualifications. Now, what I will tell you is that I suggest, and I always advise people to get your qualifications to be able to be the director. I would definitely hire someone that does have those qualifications. And what this does for you is it allows you to kind of step in as an interim. If for some reason that, something happens, it doesn't work out or something like that, then you can kind of step in as an interim until you find someone else. But the role the one that I would suggest, and I always suggest that, is to be the owner and the director for those reasons. Now, if you're starting in your home, then you don't really have to have any type of qualifications. And for most states, you don't really have to have anything. You can just go ahead and get started in your home, get that set up, get that license, and you are good to go. So, okay, you guys, I know this was a really short video, but it's really not that much to it in regards to those qualifications. And so your next steps is to determine which one of these are you going to go for when it comes to obtaining qualifications. So leave those down in the comments. I would love to know which one of these are you currently working on, or which one of these, now that you kind of know, which one of these do you feel like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. So leave that in the comments. Meet me in the comments and we can continue the conversation down there. And then for you to kind of really understand what your specific state childcare licensing is going to require of you when it comes to qualifications, I am going to direct you to your local CCR&R office. So that is the Child Care Resource and Referral Agency. Every state offers one, and they do typically offer one at a local level. So I'm going to leave the link down below. And that's kind of where you would want to start at to really kind of dig deeper and to learn about your specific qualifications. So, all right, you guys, that's it. That's it. So no excuses with getting your childcare business started because, again, the qualifications are very minimal. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for being here. I hope you found this video to be very useful and valuable, and I hope that it has answered the question, what qualifications do you need to start your childcare business? And so again, go ahead and like this video if you have not done that. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the bell so that you're notified of when I do post up videos. And check out these other related videos as well if you want to dive a little bit deeper. Also, in the description box are all the links down there, so be sure to check those out. And I also have the link, which is called my resource page, of just some free resources that you can dive into more at Ashley Benz Consulting. So, all right, you guys, I am looking forward to hearing about your results in starting your childcare business, and I'll see you on the next one. There's some sort of an issue there that Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Blooper. I just burped. Okay. You can also have an owner. You can have a director. Okay. I am going to scratch all that. I'm going to start from the top of that owner part. Oh my goodness.